Okay. Let's get that like 2 minutes.
You are now listening to Kimbology.
Do you notice that voice?
Traveling shit.
Do you know that song?
I like it.
You know that voice?
Sustainability.
Meditate, masturbate, medicate.
Really?
You are now listening to Kimbology.
That's to me.
Kimbo, aka the traveling chafing queen.
She came over here and recorded some sound bites for me one day.
Meditate, masturbate.
She sounds like a real
medicate.
commercial person.
She can sing down. All right. Oh. Okay.
You are now listening to Kimbology.
Kimbo, aka the traveling chafing queen.
Sexy. Sustainability.
Meditate, masturbate, medicate.
Gotta go break. You just gotta hit break up here.
Okay. 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 Hello, 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 everyone out there.
Hey, y'all.
Welcome back to another episode of Kimbology. It's your girl Kimbo here, and I have a guest in the building. You guys, I'm so excited today, guys. I have my good sis, LeMonica. Say hi to the people, LeMonica. And you see how she's all decked out in pink, y'all? Because guess what? It is Happy Breast Cancer Awareness Month, everyone. Cue the horns.
Hey.
Seriously though, I was so inspired when I heard about your story, a little bit more about your story. Obviously, I'm really here to kind of hear all the like nuances of like your journey. But yeah, so today, guys, I have my friend LeMonica on, and she's gonna share her journey. She's gonna share her story in a little bit, and I'm really excited to hear all about it. But before we start with that, just tell the people a little bit like who you are and why you're on the show today.
Hey everybody, I'm LeMonica. If you know me already, I work in the cannabis industry here in Illinois. I'm here to basically talk about my breast cancer journey.
Which honestly, I didn't even realize that it just like was yesterday. It was like it just happened.
2021.
That you guys, that was during the pandemic.
Yeah.
So you got diagnosed with breast cancer during the pandemic.
No, you could say that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Wow, that's amazing.
It was, I think, once people start going back outside.
That's when
it
you
happened.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Yeah. So I mean, I really, guys. So this month is, I used to work a lot with TGIN, the Thank God It's Natural brand, and every October we always celebrated Breast Cancer Awareness Month because of the brand was really tied into breast cancer because the owner actually passed. Unfortunately, she lost her.
Rest in peace to her.
Rest in peace to Christia Donaldson. She was amazing. She gave me one of my first marketing jobs. I'm so appreciative of her. So, and when I learned, so basically how we know each other, guys, is we both worked in the cannabis space together.
Yes.
And she works for 93 Boyz and Aeriz, and the brand is amazing, and I love you guys. The team is literally like besties to us in Kimbology and the Rick Dogs, so we're so appreciative.
Love you.
I love you. You guys are out here. You guys are out here. But we'll get into cannabis later. I'm like, I want to highlight LeMonica's story first. I want to start with that and learn a little bit more about that. So, first of all, though, your introduction, I want to just know, like, how do you identify and just like who you are, like as a person? How do you identify since
Straight. That girl.
I love it.
Her.
She, her, that girl is your pronouns.
Absolutely.
She, her, that girl. Okay, perfect. Thank you for clarifying that. And yeah, so when it comes to like, how did we first meet, LeMonica? Do you remember?
I used to see you on social media. You was really active in the cannabis community. And then one day I went into D33 and you were there doing a pop-up.
It was I was doing a pop-up that day.
I was with Ari. walked
Oh,
in.
yeah.
Yeah. That's when I like officially met you, and then
Yes, because I never met you when I was working as a trainer, right? Oh my God, that's crazy. So yeah,
Yep.
that's crazy.
You came to support me one day, and we just been supporting each other.
That's true. Well, shout out to my Libra queen who just had her birthday. So shout out to you.
October 3rd.
That's right. It's your birthday all month. We know that.
Honestly, it's at the end of Libra season because I'm tired.
You tired? Well, you better use that damn massage, girl, and get that little massage. Because yes, I know you've been out here. You've been out here. So yeah, that's how we met. So yeah, I was. But then the thing is, like, so back in the day, you know, in the sense of like your backstory, you did like myself start as a bartender, right?
Yes,
Yeah?
I bartended, and then I was a patient intake coordinator, and then I went to marketing, and now I'm here.
Yes, doing things. And so, guys, if you don't know, she works for the brand 93 Boyz, which is one of Vic Mensa's cannabis brand.
Yes, it's the first
yeah.
black-owned cannabis brand here in Chicago.
Super awesome. And you guys have been really like doing a lot of like advocacy work, which I'm like really proud of. And I've been seeing Vic out here doing all the promos, so it's really wonderful. But
thank you.
we'll talk more in depth about that too. But when it comes to your breast cancer journey, and I love that she's all dressed up in pink, guys. I love that. I was like, can you wear a bright color? Because that looks good on camera. She's like, bitch, I'm wearing pink. Duh. I'm like, yes. So she's all dressed in.
I do want to apologize in advance. One of the long-term symptoms is like watery eyes.
Is it really?
So if you're
You know
around
what?
me,
Rick Dog, producer Rick, is he nearby?
he might be.
I'm gonna see if we can get you some tissues nearby.
We're going to talk about it,
Yeah.
but one of the long-term effects is like watery eyes, watery nose, like just weird stuff that happens out the blue.
Okay, so
So
let's
I'm not
just.
crying, just so y'all know.
She's like, you guys, just letting you know.
Yeah.
When it comes to your breast cancer, so when did that start exactly? When were you diagnosed with breast cancer?
Okay. So I was diagnosed on April 1st, 2021.
Thank you, babe. Thank you.
Thank you so much. It was April Fool's Day.
No.
That's when I got the call. I was at work and I got the call on April Fool's Day.
Now, when you got the call, were you going for just like an annual checkup? Did you notice something? Did you feel something?
So I found out from a routine gynecology visit. You know, at the end, they check your breasts.
Yes.
Yeah, I laid down and she did the exam and she
Okay.
felt it. But the thing is, it was in a weird spot. And they even told me, like, you probably would not have found this on your own if they didn't do a
It was a
thorough-
weird spot. Was it your left breast, your right breast?
My right.
Your right breast. Was the spot more in your armpit? Was the spot more in your...
It was like in the crease.
Oh, underneath.
So if I wasn't, I had to like lay straight back and do like a thorough.
Oh.
And that's how she found it.
Wow. Because, yeah, I've heard of, like, guys, like, your breast doesn't just stop with your titty. Like, check up here, check all around your breast. Like, I was told, like, it can be anywhere. And then also, isn't it like a fact that men can get breast cancer, too?
Men can get breast cancer.
Yeah.
They definitely can.
It's like one of those things like, only women can. No, that's not true.
Yep.
Yeah. So, okay. So you went to your gynecology check. And at this time, how old are you?
28.
You're 28 years old,
28
guys.
years old.
So you know how women are said to start mammograms around 40?
40. And when
So you're 28 years old getting just a routine checkup, and then they find this abnormity. How would we say it? Abnormal feeling, maybe like a lump of some sort. And then they're like, okay, they need to go get this checked out.
Yes, but prior to that, I was having these weird episodes where I was like really tired, couldn't figure out why I was feeling that way, but I knew something was wrong. Because I was
Interesting.
just worn out every day. And I'm like, you're not supposed to be this tired every
Can you talk
day.
a little closer?
I'm
Thank you.
sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
You're not supposed to be this tired every day.
Oh.
So then I start having these.
So you have fatigue,
I was really
like chronic fatigue. Okay, you're just tired.
That I went out of town and I started feeling really funny, like having these like episodes of anxiety.
Really?
It was just weird. I couldn't figure it out. So then I went to a specialist for like diabetes to make sure like nothing was going wrong, you know. She could not figure out what it was because she said my levels were okay.
Your levels being like
the diabetic level, like all of that stuff
okay.
was fine. She was just like, I don't know, and I know my body was releasing a lot of, what was it, estrogen? It was releasing something, and it was a lot of it due to stress.
Okay.
I had a pretty stressful 4 years from graduating college up until that moment. So I feel like that could have been the cause of it.
So stress and like cancer. Is it one of those things where like stress can give you cancer? And
Stress can kill you.
wow.
It could be anything. But so yeah, I found out that way.
That's wild. I mean, and so you said it's just in that if it wasn't for you getting the routine check, you wouldn't have found it.
I probably wouldn't have found it.
Wow. So again, guys, we just have to preface by saying check. And I'm holding myself accountable here, okay? Like I am. Like
because it's not, they say it's not a young woman's disease.
Yeah.
It could be anybody's disease.
It can be anybody's disease.
No matter how old you are.
And you're 28 years old. So how does that feel, LeMonica? You're 28 years old, you know? And at this time, where are you working? You're working in the cannabis industry?
I was at a dispensary in Villa Park.
Okay.
You know, I had to do the whole thing. So they felt it, scheduled a biopsy, stuck like this long needle in the lump.
Oh, okay.
Didn't hurt. Took it out, did the test results, and it came back.
And then they said, yeah. What stage was it in, or do you have stages? Stage 2. Okay. What does that mean? Is it like?
I mean, it's not 0, it's not 1, it's 2. So
they caught it early enough?
They caught it early enough.
Okay.
You know, yeah.
And then when it comes to the treatment, did you have to get any sort of treatment, chemo, radiation?
Yes. So as soon as I got that call, I had to leave work and get right to it. Like had appointment after appointment. Had to get my port. So that's what this scar is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got my port in.
So what's the port? They put
they put this device that has quick access to your veins.
Oh.
Because I was getting poked a lot. I mean, every time I visited the hospital, they were poking me. So this was just like a quick blood access.
Okay. So they just left, it was a device they left in you.
Yes. Luckily, mine was under the skin. Some people have theirs hanging out.
Oh, really?
And it's just like.
And how long did you keep that in your chest?
Until I had my first surgery, they took it out.
Oh, okay. How, give or take, was it like years or months or?
About a year.
Okay, so you had this device in you for about a year.
Yep.
And the whole time, that's what they're using to access your vein and get
for chemo and everything. Like they didn't use any of these veins until like surgery.
Oh, okay. So that's to avoid using veins in your arms and things. Okay.
Yep.
And now when it comes to the treatments, how long did you do your treatment for?
So I was lucky. I only had 6 rounds of chemotherapy.
6 rounds.
But it was the strongest form of medicine.
Really?
Yeah. So, I mean, some people have 12, 18, 26 treatments. I only had 6.
Okay. So the average is a little bit longer, though.
It could be long. I mean, maybe because of the stages.
Okay.
But they gave me, like, the hardcore chemo.
Now, did you have any hair loss during this time?
Yeah, I lost my hair, so I still wear wigs. It's growing back. It needs to hurry up because I had locks and I'm ready to put them back.
Oh, you had locks?
I did. Nobody knew, though. I had just started.
Oh, really?
So, you know, that's the beauty of it. I was able to cut them. And then my friend, he's a guy. He knows how to do the instant locks.
Oh, okay.
So my locks are at home in a bag.
Ready to go.
And when my hair gets a certain length,
okay. LeMonica. Okay.
We are back. But yeah, I lost my hair. What else? By like round 6, a lot of people don't know like what folks really go through. So my nails,
really,
they were like falling off.
Like the actual like whole nail?
It was like loose. I didn't know it was gonna get to that point. Like it was some stuff they didn't tell me.
Really?
It was like, oh, you're gonna lose your hair. I'm like, okay, you know, that's normal.
Yeah.
But the nails, it was really bad.
So did any of them fall off or?
No, they didn't fall off, but it was like getting so loose.
Weak. Okay.
And they were getting loose, and I had to keep cutting them down.
Oh, okay.
It smelled. It was like I was rotting. Like I was like falling apart.
That's so wild. I didn't know. I had no idea about the nails.
It's a whole bunch. Yeah.
Yeah, I had no idea. So did you felt that on your toenails at all, or
My toes started vaguely. Big toe. I think one of my big toes got kind of like low to the point of falling off. But I did have neuropathy. That's where you can't like feel. You don't have any feeling.
Really?
My fingertips were numb. My toes were numb.
Really? So then when it comes to your toes, like how did you regulate your, like, did you wear lots of socks, or did you wear?
I mean, the toes wasn't an issue until like round 6.
Okay.
So it was like, I was good. I didn't have to really do too much.
Yeah, because I asked this because like my dad had dialysis, and so he that's like circulation was a constant, part of the whole system of getting dialysis treatment, and so he ended up losing some of his toes in a sense during the process. So when it came to that, like there were like massages we did to like help increase circulation and things. So, but that's interesting because it's like you don't know about those things. The hair loss is definitely, I think, more of a common, like we know more about that in the sense of cancer, but yeah, the nails definitely did not know.
Nails, chemo pretty much messes with everything. The shortness of breath, that's something that everybody kind of knows about, but they don't know, like just getting up from my bed and just walking to the door out of breath.
Really? I was just gonna say, what's one big what's a lot of misconceptions about like breast cancer? Like what are some things that people like?
Number one is death, okay? Because I kind of felt like I had to comfort everybody else during my process.
Really?
Because I was good. Like my mindset, like, it's
You're
different.
So
it's so different, but I was fine. Everybody else around me was like getting weird, and I'm like, oh shit, here we go.
Yeah.
But
were you kind of more of in the sense of like all the attention, and you're like,
and I don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't like attention. Like I don't do good with it. Like now I'm like, oh shit, I'm on camera, but I'm not good with attention. I appreciated the love.
Yeah.
But sometimes it was just
when you're highlighted, so and that's what it was, right? Was it a lot of people were just highlighting you, and obviously out of worry, probably right out of like being a good friend or family member, just being like, hey, we're concerned, and
appreciated it,
right,
loved it. What I didn't like specifically from the doctors were how they were talking to me.
What were they doing?
Just babying me and talking to me with sympathy. And I'm like, y'all, let's knock this shit out. It's like, stop talking to me like that. Like, let's
I have
go.
a whole life to live, guys.
I'm like y'all deal with this every day, obviously, but y'all ain't got to talk to me like it's the end of the world. So
that's real. That's real. Because like you said, like you're like, I'm here to get this done and move on.
Like, what else I'm gonna do? Like,
exactly.
I just can't sit in my misery. Like,
that's good. Well, what a powerful mind like to have, and that's amazing, dude. That's because you're 28 years old, and you're just like your life just goes to this other path, and it's like, how do you navigate that? And so that's very powerful. Yes. So that's a big misconception, is the death.
Death is one, and that we aren't healthy. Like, I feel great. Like, I feel better than I did before it. I feel like I kind of, a fresh start in a way, but I feel a lot better.
Do you feel stronger, maybe?
Like, you see me work.
I know.
I be at events setting up, hustling, and doing everything, and I don't.
You are so cute. You have your fan. You'll have your fan.
I'm not going nowhere without my fan.
You guys, she has her fan in the studio. Like, she's like, listen, I'm gonna put my fan up, and I'm gonna get this shit going.
But
and
you know what? That was part of chemo. I had hot flashes.
Okay.
I was experiencing what some 50-year-olds experience.
Really?
I was having hot flashes. That was part of it.
Okay.
So, like, I be hot. I be hot still.
She's like, I'm hot. That's why this fan is always with me, cranked and ready to go. No, I appreciate
it. I
it.
take my iron, so I'm good.
Okay. So you take supplements? Okay. Are there any other supplements that you take?
Outside of iron, I do like teas. And stuff. Not saying I've ever been like a holistic healer person, but I try to do the teas and stay away from medicines. I don't do medicines. I barely did the medicine they gave me.
Really?
Like that, unless I needed it.
What medicines? Meaning like what? Like ibuprofen and like.
I had to take like nausea medicine, pain medicine, stuff for like after chemo.
Okay. Aftercare stuff.
Just all types of shit, but I didn't have to take it. They tell you got to take it. Some stuff I did because I believe I needed it, but other than that, I wasn't touching it.
Really?
I still got some medicine at the house. It just sits
Well, you
there.
don't need it, clearly.
Yeah.
Because, that's, yeah. I mean, when it comes to the aftercare, right, of cancer, right? Well, first of all, you have your rounds of therapy, chemotherapy, right? 6 rounds. And then after 6 rounds, you go to your doctor and they do a check and
They check the blood work, make sure all my levels are back good, ask me how I'm feeling. They put it all in the computer. They document everything.
Okay.
After that, we start scheduling surgery.
Surgery. So surgery was going to be the next step after your journey. Now, this was after you are...
After chemo's done.
Yeah. And then the cancer is still there, gone, or...
I'm in remission. I had a complete
remission.
response
Okay.
to the chemotherapy, and a complete response just means that it is no longer detected.
Okay.
So, and then that's when I'm in remission.
So you're no longer detected, you're in remission, and then that's when you can have the surgery.
Correct. And they
Now-
used to do it backwards years ago.
Really?
They used to take the cancer route and then treat.
Oh.
Now they want to make sure that it's out of you. I mean, it's treating everything first, and then they remove the tissues and everything. Like
Okay. And then, so during the surgery, they're removing the tissue. Are they for you in your surgery? Were they removing part of your breast, or did they remove just the actual? Yeah.
Lucky for me, I got to keep both of my breasts.
You got to keep both
the
your breasts.
nipple, everything.
Okay.
So the first surgery, I got expanders. Just getting my skin ready to stretch for the second surgery that I was gonna have.
Expanders are like like sort of like a like a balloon or some sort
It's like a balloon.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
and they put it inside
And
you.
Each week I had to go to the doctor, and I forgot all about this. Like, it's just a blur.
Yeah, I bet it was.
Yeah. Each week I went in and he filled it with liquid.
Oh, liquid.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was just like saline water, just
Got you.
expanding those expanders, stretching my skin out for the reconstruction surgery.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I had another friend that actually went through this too, and she was walking us through it, and I was like, "Yo, I didn't know this." Like,
I carried like a card saying I had metal in me, so if I went to like a basketball game or a concert and I went off, I got this card.
Okay.
Like, I got
Okay.
shit in me. Yeah.
That's wild. Just ignore it, guys. Just keep going.
Yeah.
I got some stuff going on. All right, I'm getting myself better. It's good. This is good things. So they have the expander, and then your body's getting ready for the surgery. And then,
Correct.
so how long are you doing? How long are you have the expander in you before you go into surgery?
I had him in for about a year.
Okay.
I did another year, maybe 8 months, something like that.
Okay.
And then from there, I had the official reconstruction surgery. So they took the expanders out, and what I had was, what did I have? It was a double mastectomy with reconstruction.
Really?
A whole bunch of, it's a long title, but basically I had a hip to hip incision.
Wow.
They took the fat from my stomach and put it in my breast.
Oh.
Yes. But
But they did an incision across your stomach,
they didn't, from hip to hip.
hip to hip. Oh, from hip to hip.
Yep.
Wow. Okay.
Yep. So a piece of like the stomach flap, the muscle. It was all a foreign language, so even though I'm trying to explain it, but
No, it's okay. Yeah,
they put it in there.
I think this. Listen, this is way more than I think some of us listeners are listening. Like, really? Like, what is it?
It's a lot.
Yeah, because
It's a
like
whole
that's the
bunch.
thing. People don't really, unless they actually have family members themselves or they've gone through it themselves, they don't realize the process and how much that goes into it. So I appreciate you sharing it, sharing your journey.
Yeah.
So you're getting the surgery. You have the the incision, and then they reconstruct your breast. So they're
Yes.
taking tissue. And they're reconstructing your breast that way.
Yeah, so what was supposed to happen was they put the fat in both breasts. One side took it well. The other side didn't. And it was the breast that didn't even have the cancer that didn't take it well. I got to go back to surgery.
Oh, no.
And nobody knew that. I think I only posted it in my like close friends.
And then what year is this? We're still in 2021?
Two.
Okay, so
2021 was the expanders.
Okay.
22 of last year.
This was last
Right after my
year.
birthday. They wanted to schedule it on my birthday. I told them, heck no, let me have a birthday first.
Not you scheduling surgery on my birthday.
So, yeah, it didn't go well. It was
This was your first surgery, though.
No, this is the first.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
Didn't
okay.
go well. The left side was like really swollen.
Okay.
Each time they came in, they had to put like a monitor to my
Okay.
breast to make sure that it was like alive, like the blood was flowing. You can hear
okay.
the blood flowing from that device. It was really low on this side. So
Okay.
my doctor was like, we're going to pay attention to it, see if it goes down. It didn't. So he wanted to go back in and see if he could drain some of the fluid.
Okay.
He did. Still didn't go down. It was like getting even bigger. So at that point, I had to make a decision. And he was like, you're young, I'm pretty sure you want to keep your breasts. I'm like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
I can. So
She got work to do still. What you
listen.
mean?
but
They got work to do.
okay. He gave me the option to, just remove it or
Okay.
get implant.
Okay.
I'm like, throw that implant in there, like, let's go, because I was tired at that point. I've been
I
in the
know that's
hospital for,
right.
like a goddamn week.
Wow.
So that was one. He drained it too. The third one was throwing the implant in there.
Okay.
Everything was fine.
The left side. Okay.
The right side was fine. Everything was
Okay.
cool.
Okay.
So yeah, I have an implant on this one and my body fat in this one.
That's interesting. Yeah. And then your nipples are. They didn't.
Everything's fine. They still look good.
Okay. Yeah, because one of I've heard cases, or one of my friends had to have. She had her nipple made.
Yeah, they could do that tattoo and all that stuff.
Yeah, she had it like created for her.
But
so.
yeah, just the original. They just took out the tissue and threw some
And they went
stuff
through
in
that
there.
incision,
What do you mean?
the hip to hip incision.
That was to put the fat in.
Okay.
So like I said, this side still
Yeah.
has.
How did they do the
stomach
implant? Did
fat.
they have to do that through the same incision, or?
They just reopened. No, they done with the stomach.
Oh, they're done with the
Stomach is done.
Okay. I'm like so interested, guys. I'm like,
good.
tell me everything. Did they cut you here? Did they cut you?
Yeah, stomach is finished. Once they took that fat out,
Okay.
they sewed me up, did whatever, and then
So for the implant, they went through like a different part of your body for the
they just reopened the first incision.
the first incision. Okay.
Took out the stomach fat and then put the implant. and closed me
got you.
back up.
Got you.
But
Okay.
I was over it. I'm like, I damn near took the needles out of my arm.
Really?
Out the hospital. I'm
Wow.
like, y'all give me the discharge papers. I'm ready to go.
I know that's right.
Yeah.
Wow. So that whole process was probably what, give or take, like a year, I'd say, or more, 2 years of this process
Yeah, 2021 and yeah.
in 2022. And then so now you are in remission, right? Congratulations.
2 years.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And that's amazing. And so do you go do you have checks annually? Like how often do you go to get a check
So
for
like
that?
I said, some of the long-term effects are still there. I do have neuropathy in my breast.
Neuropathy is
What I explained earlier.
what is that?
I
It's
can't feel.
Okay, so the
I
feeling.
don't have no feeling.
Oh, the feeling's not there in your breast. Oh,
The nerves,
interesting.
I think they took it was nerve damage. You get nerve damage when you do all of that.
And then neuropathy, obviously the fingertips that came back.
I'm
right?
good. I can feel
Okay.
my toes and my fingers.
Okay, so that's all back.
It's just like
the sides.
pretty much just the front. Some of the side I got some feeling that
Okay.
came back. So.
Okay, but the front of it too.
Front of it, stomach is coming back. I
Okay,
can feel
you're
that
starting to
in
get
my
feelings
stomach.
again. Okay, that's awesome.
And what else? What was the question?
I was saying like, when were you gonna go back to get checks? Like, do you see your doctor?
Checkups. I still have to go for my heart every 6 months
Your heart?
because that chemo does something.
To your heart? What are
So I also have shortness of breath.
Oh,
like
yes.
When I be telling people like, "Whoo, I can't breathe," coming upstairs, like that's
I really
real.
can't.
That's an effect.
Oh my
of
god!
breast
I'm literally, because she took my class, guys.
I sure did.
She took my class, and guys, I'm a good teacher, but I'm also like gonna I'm gonna push you, right? And so I'm in here like, LeMonica, you got this, and she definitely like went for it, and so I'm over here just
over my legs.
yeah, I like put her leg on her head and shit, guys, and she's just like, okay. And now hearing this back, wow, dude, like this is incredible. Like I had no idea. I mean, I knew some of her story, guys. Like obviously, I'm not this teacher that's just gonna like freaking put you in different. I asked her the whole time. I was like, are you good? Are you okay? You want to try this?
Yeah, and it's been about
But-
a year, so I was like, I need to really start working these muscles
Yeah.
again. That's all.
And you've been doing yoga a bunch. Like that's like your jam, right? Would you
love
say?
it.
Yeah. Do you, like yoga is like definitely something that you use for your fitness health journey, and then also just like
Fitness,
yeah.
to stay mobile,
Gotcha.
mentally, all of that good stuff.
that's been good. Yeah. Now, when it comes to like your breast cancer cancer journey, like, you know, did you feel like, you know, that you were supported through your breast cancer journey? Like, did you feel supported?
I did, to an extent.
Okay.
So let me start with, I did have a GoFundMe. Didn't want to do it. I didn't want to announce that I had breast cancer. But I'm like, it's people out there that probably do love me. They probably want to help. So I posted it, you know, got my little GoFundMe up. Family was good. I did lose some friends in the process. I don't know if it was weird for them. I don't know what it was, but some people got distant, and the people that I least expected to show up showed up.
Oh, wow.
And that's when I was like, all right, cool. Work. Definitely felt supported when I was at the dispensary. You know, they gave me their tip money. The company matched the tip money.
Amazing.
Can't complain. They gave me time off as needed. It was really nice.
That's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
And in certain instances, I didn't feel supported work-wise. But, you know.
Yeah,
Teach
like in
his
anything.
own.
But for the most part, you know, you would say that you did feel supported through your journey. That's a blessing. That's a huge blessing because, you know, not many people do. And then also just like you said, the funds. So your GoFundMe was okay and everything.
It was good.
Okay, good. So, because that sounds expensive, guys. All the surgeries. Okay, like
But-
chemotherapy, all that is money, guys.
And I still had insurance from the dispensary.
Okay.
So that helps.
Okay.
But watching those numbers of the bills
Yeah,
coming in
that's
on
scary.
what it was versus what the deduction was, it was just like, damn, some people can't even pay. They don't have insurance. So they got to
Yeah.
pay that full amount.
Yeah.
It was crazy. Yeah.
And that's why, guys, like, you know, thank you so much for sharing that, because literally, like, that's why this is close to home, because the TGIN fund, when I used to always work with them, they would have a foundation that would raise money for people that couldn't pay for their breast cancer, you know, literal like journeys themselves. They can't, it's too much. So
I also really quick want to shout out two organizations that did
please.
provide me grants. It was the Keep a Breast Foundation. They're
Keep a Breast?
located in California.
shout out to them.
And then the Andrew Wisher Foundation. They're located here in Chicago.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
And they helped you through
They helped
this.
me. Yeah.
Thank God. Yes, because isn't it a shame that we can't like just, you know, obviously within this country where, you know, obviously like Medicare and, you know, big pharma all, controls all that stuff, you know, and so, yeah, it's just to hear your journey and hearing other experiences too. Like, I know that could be just so hard on your mental health. So for you to like be so strong during the process, it's just very inspirational. It really is.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, it's just crazy. I mean, and then so really truly now you've gone through this journey, you're still going through this journey. Obviously you're going and you're getting your checkups and stuff, because this is something that guys, like, you know, you can get breast cancer, but this is always something that is like it's around us, you know what I'm saying? And so nobody is, in a sense, like, anyone can get breast cancer, like you said earlier, like we said earlier. So just make sure you check. And so
mine in particular, I was like trying to figure out how I got it. I thought it was birth control, because I was on birth control for some time, and you hear those like misconceptions about it. You're fine. Turns out it wasn't that. The whatever is in it was negative. The test that came out from it. And I asked them, I'm like, well, how did I get it? And they were just like, it could be anything. It could be the air you're breathing. It could be the food you're eating. Obviously, we know that. It could be anything. But I also took a genetics test. They offer that when you find out that you have it, to see if you carry the gene, and I don't.
Interesting.
The mutation gene of cancer, I don't carry it.
You don't carry it. So then how did you I'm like,
I mean, I do have a family history. You know, when you go to the doctor and they say, what's your family history? That's for a reason. Never really thought about why they kept asking me that. Not just me, but like as you get older, they ask you this all the time. Like, do you have a family history of diabetes? Trying to figure out if you're going to get it later on in life.
I do.
My mom's side does have a history. My dad's side, they do as well.
Yeah.
Have anybody ever taken the test to know who's carrying this? You know, gene? Probably not, but they do offer it.
That's wild. Well, I mean, thank you for sharing that. I want to just say too, like, when it comes to people that are out there that may be experiencing breast cancer journey for the first time, or having loved ones around them that might be having, experiencing this for the first time, and you're strong as fuck, but maybe they're not, So is there any sort of advice you can give people out there to stay strong, or anything?
The ones going through it, it's going to be okay. Like, you have to just train your mind to think otherwise. 'Cause, I mean, you think negatively, then negative will come to you. If you think positively, just get through it.
Yeah.
It'll be okay. Just, you need help, ask for help. You need support, ask for support. Anybody that's experiencing somebody that's going through it, just be there for them, give them their space. Everybody's different, so I can't really say. Like, me, kind of wanted people to just kind of leave me alone, let me rest, let me go through the motions. But I also did appreciate the check-ins here and there. But, just be there for your loved ones.
Yeah, they'll get through it, huh?
Don't take it personal if they're a little mean to you. They frustrated. They getting poked with needles. They feeling sick after treatment. So don't take it personal, because I know I had a little attitude.
I would too. Good Lord.
The doctors, I went off on some doctor.
Did you?
After surgery, I was pissed. They start asking me questions as soon as I woke up from surgery.
You're like, what? I don't know where the up and down are. Like, get the fuck away from me.
Girl, I went off. But, that's my advice.
Thank you so much. Like, truly, thank you for being so transparent, sharing your journey. I think it's important for during this month to just, that's why when I, found out about your journey, I was like, hey, are you open to sharing this on my platform? Like, honestly, like, I'm very, I'm very curious to hear your journey, to be honest. And like, because you were so young, guys, this is something, right? Like, there's this like preconceived notion, or these like, stereotypes out there that like, oh, you can only get it until you're older, or you're only a woman. If you're a woman, you can get it. Like, there's a lot here, it doesn't just end at that. Okay, you're in your 40s now, you might get it. It's like, no, like, you were 28 years old when you were diagnosed. LeMonica's 28.
Now I'm 31.
Yeah,
but I'm still mind blown. Like, damn, I went through that.
Yeah, do we look back at it? Are you kind of like, yo, I went through that? Like, that's wild.
Yeah, but it don't make me feel no type of way. Like, I have no shame. Like, I'm not the first woman to get it. I'm not gonna be the last.
But we appreciate you being on the show and sharing your journey, because honestly, it just really makes me. It's helpful to share, and then to know that there are resources out there, and that there can be help if you are diagnosed with breast cancer. So yeah. So I wanted to pivot though a little bit too, because we did meet in the cannabis field, and so I wanted to just kind of dive a little bit into that. And so you being out here, so guys, this is why I'm so amazed by LeMonica, because she's right? She is out here working very, very hard, and I had no idea that she like just had it. She she literally had these experiences like last year. So I'm just like floored of your power and your strength. And so when it comes to the cannabis industry, so like, how long total have you worked in this industry?
3 years. It'll be for December 26th.
Okay, so 4 years. And then you started as a bud tender, and now you're part of this group, that's this team that is like literally like breaking all these like barriers, and just it's really exciting to see. And you're a part of that. Like, you guys, these events that her and her team like pull off are incredible. Yeah. And you're doing this, and mind you, like, because we've done a few of them together now, so I'm like, and I swear I'd be like, LeMonica, you good? You're like, yeah, girl, there's a lot to be done in like a day, but we'll get it done. I'm like,
literally a day.
Like, you ain't freaking out. She's like, nah, girl, we gonna get it done. It'll get done. I'm like, yo,
because of my team. I love them.
Yeah, it's incredible.
We get it done.
Because it's not even like, you guys, they're not like, there's not a million of them, right? There's a small group of this team that are killing it.
It's like 4 on the 93 Boyz.
4 on the 93 Boyz team.
We have like our creative team that does designs, and then our camera guys, and
yeah, shout out to the team.
Shout out to y'all,
because you guys are the shit. And so you've been in this industry now almost 4 years. And when it comes to like your history with cannabis, when did you like start consuming? And then also let's tie that into like, I'm very curious like how cannabis helped with your breast cancer journey too.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I used to be the good girl.
Same.
Everybody looked at me as
Same.
this goody two shoes, and I'm like, but I started smoking my senior year in high school.
Senior
I
year?
was an athlete, so I wasn't thinking about.
Oh, for real?
Like I was, yeah. I
What were
played
you doing?
volleyball, did basketball a little bit, track and field.
Okay.
I was the manager for the basketball team for the guys. I did a lot of stuff.
Okay. She's a jock.
Child. And then college, it picked up. And then from there,
What picked up?
Smoking.
Oh, gotcha.
I'm done with sports. I was playing club volleyball. but
Okay.
I was done with sports, and then after that, it just took off. But then I later found out as I got older, like my grandfather used to sell drugs, and some other family members. So
Yeah, though.
it's in my blood.
It's in your blood. It's in your lineage. Yeah. I mean, I feel like, listen, people of color, we know some of our family members been doing some things, you know.
For
It's a
sure.
part of it's a part of our history, you know.
Yeah.
So how nice is it though, like full circle wise, right? For you to be literally working in cannabis, making these waves, this huge like time of this like in between federalization and not or whatever.
It's great. I almost quit the industry.
Did you?
I almost quit the industry.
And you know what? Can you be transparent about that a little bit? Like, because guys, this industry is not that easy. You know, it's a lot.
You go
It's
through a lot. You go
Yeah.
through people not wanting to see you succeed. Just a lot of just unfairness. But when you find the right people in the
That's good.
industry, they gonna hold you down. So yeah.
That's amazing. That's really beautiful.
Yeah.
And then when it comes to like social equity, like now that's something I like to ask all my guests because I feel like that's something that we can do a lot better
Yeah.
in this industry is social equity. I still unfortunately see the disparity between like the white corporate money dollar and then the black and brown community still, mind you, this was built on our backs, right?
Yes.
So how do you feel social equity is doing, and are there any things that we can do better?
It's doing okay. I feel like there are groups out there that are trying to make change. I have some like Midwest Books to Prisoners, the 1937 Foundation, Last Prisoner Project, and the Coalition and Money Bonds. Like everybody's out here trying to do something. And I feel like as like people that work in industry or don't work that doesn't work in the industry can get involved by just reaching out to those organizations, following them on Instagram to see how they can volunteer to get involved.
Love that. Yeah, there's even like letter writing programs, guys. Like I actually consider, I'm still looking into a few different options, but yeah, I want to definitely still be a little bit more involved when it comes to that too.
They can do a lot better though, like not the organizations, but just the
Social equity.
just
in
social
general.
equity. Like,
Yeah.
why are people still locked up?
Yeah.
It just doesn't make sense to me. What are we waiting on?
What are we waiting on? Yeah.
So, yeah.
I agree. I think like non-violent acts with cannabis, like mind you, people, it could be just literally be like they had a joint on them, you know, like literally people are going to dispensaries and buying joints like nothing. So why are they still in jail?
They've
you know,
been doing this
been
for years.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, and then it comes to like, you know, I want to see more of us.
Yeah.
You know, people that look like me, you know, running things up top. Actually, I'd love that.
Okay.
You know, I'd love to see more black and brown people, CEOs, presidents, founders. You know, I think that that's really important. So,
I agree.
but I really do appreciate you guys because I know that, you know, Vic is out here really giving back
He
too.
is. Like he's trying to do it all, the artistry, the cannabis. Like,
Yeah.
he's doing it. So.
Yes. And is Vic Mensa really involved in his brand, 93 Boyz?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like, he's at every meeting, making the decisions, and he's out in the streets too, like actively doing what he says. So
That's what's up. That's what's up. That's wonderful.
yeah.
And then my question to you, because you guys have been doing some really fun events. Like they've been doing lots of different things. I mean, you name it, you know. My question to you is like, what was the most memorable event that you guys produced together?
Okay. Can I name two?
Yeah, that's
But
fine. Yeah.
one's with a different company.
Okay.
So the very first event that I was able to throw in the cannabis industry was a meditation like blunt brunch.
Ooh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds cute.
This was last year. We did just meditation sound bowls by my friend Cherish at Beyond.
Okay.
And then we had conversations about mental health, about
Love
smoking, and my cousin cooked brunch for everybody.
Oh, cute.
It was really nice. So that was great for me because it meant something. Like, mental health is really important post-COVID, especially what I just went through. So I felt like I needed to put something on for people to kind of speak and vent if they needed to, and they did.
I love that.
Yep, that's the first one. Now with 93 Boyz, I want to say Summer Smash because people are still talking.
Are they?
About it. Yes. Yes.
Guys, that's the one I was involved in too. So I'm a little biased because we were in that one. So that's the one I was performing on the pole for them.
It was great. You did your thing too.
Girl, we were sweating in there. I was working. Let me tell you. But it was fun. It was super memorable. 1,000%.
I'll
Yeah.
still work an event and they'll be like, I came to y'all party, the one at the helicopter pad.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
oh,
guys. So yeah, if you weren't there, this party was at a helicopter hangar. They had we had 2 pole dancers, 2 poles, and then we had all these go-go dancers and go-go girls like dancing throughout the crowd. And then G Herbo ended up showing up.
And
with-
Nardo Wig.
What was that?
That was a surprise. Nardo Wig.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yes, and then Vic was there. Chance the Rapper was there. Yeah, it was like everybody was there.
Chicago was outside. We had Harold's and Uncle Remus.
Yes, and there was weed everywhere. We were smoking, dancing. It was literally so much fun.
It was.
And then it rained at the end of the night too. And
was cool
you know,
with it.
and it was
At the
cute.
end.
It was like cleansing a little bit. Like I kind of lived for that though. It was cute. Yeah, it was. That was obviously my most memorable was that one because I was a part of it. So I was like, oh yeah, that's my choice. But I'm happy you chose that one too. I was wondering. I'm like, which was your most memorable one? But that one was that was a beautiful time. So and I was happy to share that with you guys. It was really
Glad you
fun.
was able to be there. It was fun.
It was a good time. Well, super cute. Well, yeah, guys, I really want to thank LeMonica for sharing her journey.
Thanks for having
telling us a little bit. Oh, well, one thing, you know what? Is there any advice in a sense if there are people that are trying to be like, you know what? I want to like move up in cannabis. I want to do different things. Like, I want to like, how did you get to where you're at? Is there anything advice-wise you can give people that are watching that wants to do the same?
Network. You know, show up to the events, get on LinkedIn. LinkedIn has been very cannabis friendly lately.
It has.
Yeah, we on there deep. So network, get on LinkedIn, introduce yourself, just show up, be consistent. If you want to work, show that you want to work. You know, it's different when you say it, now it's time for an event and you ain't showing that you want to work. So yeah, just be consistent.
That's wonderful. Thank you. Thank you. Well, guys, we're going to take a little smoke break. And then when we come back, I'm so excited to do Meditate, Masturbate, Medicate with LeMonica. So, yeah, we're going to take a little quick break. And then when we come back, you'll see us. All right. Bye. Oh, Rick Dog's going to be on it. Yes. Okay. Yes. Good job, Mama. Oh, shit. We are actually going to smoke.
Kimbology will be right back in just a few moments. Thank you so much for tuning in.
little delay. Oh, the tissues have arrived. The tissues are going to be right here.
I need to find some eye drops that
I have eye drops. Do you need some right now before?
pretty much at the end, so I'm good. I just knew it was gonna act up once.
All right.
Let me know whenever you're ready.
Okay. All right. Just make sure when you're talking to talk a little closer. Yeah. But I think you've been doing good. He says the audio's been good.
It's good.
Yeah.
Okay. I
yeah.
know I'm soft spoken.
Yeah, but I think he said
Turned it up a
the audio's
little
been
bit to
fine.
make up for it, so everything sounds
Yeah.
good,
Thank you.
I think we're ready, Rick Dog.
Here we go. Let's go get it. 3, 2, 1. Here you go.
And we are back from our break, and it's time for Meditate, Masturbate, and or Medicate. This, guys, if you're new to our show, this is our wellness segment. I love this part of the show. It's super fun because I feel like it's a little bit of an icebreaker because it just kind of gets me to know my guests a little more in a more playful way. But we use Meditate, Masturbate, Medicate for those 3 pillars. You can choose 1, 2, or all 3 to talk about. And you can just choose anything in those categories. Anything from sexual wellness to meditation if you journal, or more weed stuff. So where do you want to start with?
I don't know. I'm pretty high now.
Okay, how about we start with masturbate? Yeah. Yes. So masturbate. I want to know in a sense of, I think we kind of talked about it a little bit, but when it comes to when you're partnered or you're not, whatever you're into, when it comes to sex, do you feel like size matters?
Do I? Yes.
Short answer, yes. We're done. We're done.
I mean, to each his own. But
Yeah.
for me, it
Yeah.
matters. I mean, I got a lot of ass, and it's. I mean, you see me, you know. So like, come correct.
So in a sense of that, now you say you have a lot of ass, but what if that's ass, but what about, you know what I'm saying? Like there's different positions. Oh, now Georgie's joining us. Come here, baby. Damn it. I try to always get my cat in here. He likes you. Yeah.
what'd you say?
No, I was gonna say was that like, you know, when it comes to your ass being big, but like the guy's the person's like member or penis or whatever, does that like necessarily could it still work if it was small with the ass or no?
No.
I was trying, guys. I was trying to give the
And,
people
you know, it's unfortunate for men because, you know,
that is what it is, right?
it is what it is. But
it ain't changing.
It ain't for me. So
Okay. So when it comes to dating, if you were to maybe sound like maybe you love this, but maybe you're like you go on dates, oh God, this person has everything, like they have all the qualities, and then you go in the bedroom and then boom. What happens? Is it over?
see me, I'll ask if I want to know.
Okay.
You're not finna waste my time. So I mean,
Are there photos before dates, or are there going to be like, let me find out, let me meet them first and then we'll read the room, or
let me meet them first. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
I'll just ask if I really want to know.
you're like, what's good?
But if I feel like, sometimes I could just feel that, you know.
Georgie. He's like, oh, there's a
He just
fan.
went
Let me go ahead and
crazy.
go in front of it.
What was I saying?
No, I wasn't. You were saying like,
Sometimes I just got a feeling like, okay, this we straight. But
yeah.
I'm like,
Will you go on a date and just like ask them full on, like be like, do you have a big penis or not?
yeah,
Damn.
why not? Why not?
What you packing? I'm a size queen. Like, I need to know.
Like I said,
Now,
you know how they say online, if you're gonna
Yeah.
be anything, be for real.
yeah,
Be for real.
yeah.
So.
And so if they're not bringing the heat, they got to get the motherfucking stuff out the
We
kitchen.
could be cool, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, we could be friends.
We could be friends.
It's cool.
But that's about it. That's about it.
Yeah.
When it comes to flavor, does it matter? When it comes to like what type of person's got the, like, they just need to have a big penis. Flavor, like, does it matter now with the soul? Like, do you care about
I
the
do.
ethnicity or who they are as a person, or do you do?
I do.
Who do you date?
Black.
Only? Exclusively?
Yes.
You're like black men. That's it. Does it matter in a sense of like how specific? Like are you with black men? Are you very much like I need them to be dark skinned and light or
Nah,
what?
I used to be childish like that back in the day. Like I used to love chocolate men, and I still do. But black is black.
Black is black. Have you ever
black.
dated outside your race?
Nope.
Would you ever consider? No. LeMonica knows what she wants, guys.
No.
Yes. And that's specifically in a sense of like you want the cultures to gel, like you want to feel comfortable with that person, right? Is that really comes down to it that way, or is it just about their big cocks?
Oh no. No. It's more than that. But no, the comfortability is definitely like. We gotta vibe. We gotta be able to talk about stuff that we can talk about. Like, I can't be sugarcoating. I can't be like
explaining certain things.
I can't do that. Like, I ain't got time for all that. So yeah.
Okay. Hey, listen. My Libra queen has said it. She's like, listen, this is what I like. This is what I want. Well, shout out to you.
Thanks.
She's like, I'm a proud size queen. That's what's up.
Okay.
We went and smoked outside, guys. We had a little 93 Boys. So we're feeling, I was like, we got to smoke before we talk about Meditate, Masturbate, Medicate. Okay, cute. Well, when it comes to meditate, do you meditate? Do you have any meditation practice? Yeah? What do you do?
Well, I do my meditation through yoga. Shout out to Hasa Namaste.
Yes.
My friends Brandon and Jordan. Like, I met them a little bit after my treatment was done, and I've been going to them ever since. Like, they helped me tremendously, just learning how to meditate and how to do yoga. But like, meditation can be anything. For me, I'll put on the sound bowl meditation on YouTube.
Love
light
that.
a candle, and I will sit in my room in like darkness and just like, well, the TV's on, but sometimes I'll just sit without the TV and have the candle on, or have the TV on and the candle, and just sit there.
Okay. Do you do any timers? Do you have any like? No, you just sit
I just
there?
breathe. I do my breathing, and I'll sometimes just stretch.
Good.
Yeah, just little stuff, and then I watch sermons on YouTube. Just interviews, like positive interviews, just stuff that'll like feed me positivity to get me through the weeks and stuff. So
love that. When it comes to meditation, do you find that if you're just silent, it's better, or do you make any like sounds, or have you like played around with different like types of meditation at all?
Music can also be a form of meditation for me. Like, I have a whole like vibe playlist.
Oh, nice. Okay.
I used to paint.
Did you?
I have a paint kit, little canvases, and just paint.
Oh, that's cute.
Playing music.
Oil?
What is it?
Is it like I'm asking like I know.
It's oil.
Is it oil? Okay.
It's not real messy. It's like come out thick.
The oil base. I think that's
acrylic.
Oh, acrylic paint?
That's
okay,
what it
cool.
is.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you paint. Oh, that's cute. That's a cute.
That's like little side stuff that nobody I be doing. Like,
Okay. Come on now. Find out she's like making all this art on the side and shit. It's all cool. It's all
whatever
cute.
I feel.
Okay. So that's a form of your meditation then. Would you say painting also would be a form of meditation, like the painting that you do? Yeah.
I mean, I just play the music and just go to town. I might find a picture that I want to try to paint and just paint it on the side.
When you paint, do you paint like people or just like objects, landscapes, or?
I try to do easy stuff, landscapes. Like I did a mountain and pretty sky.
I was gonna say, because people portraits are tough.
I did one that was really cool. It was like the figure of a woman's body in different colors. I had that posted at one time, but then I hid it in my archives. I mean, it was cute.
You're like, she's done now.
Yeah.
Let me put her away for a little bit. Okay, cute. So painting could be a form of meditation for you. You do yoga. You said that you meditate in a room. Darkness. Yeah.
I'm a vampire.
Candle.
I like dark.
I'm a vampire. Yo, there's something about like a dark room. Maybe a little ambiance. Like I love like salt lamps. Like I love like putting like lights, like Himalayan salt lamps, and just like zenning out. Yeah.
I got the oil diffuser. I put peppermint oil.
Yes, those are nice.
Yeah.
Yes. What was I gonna say? There's a few TikTok pages I follow that I'll go on there, and there's these people that do like sound bowls.
That's why I used to do it on TikTok. Like people just be live.
Yes.
And I'll just have the phone while my baby.
Yes, me too. I've done that. There's a few people that I follow that do that, and then like it's usually at night too. It's like perfect
Always
timing.
at night. I'll be like, yes, they're online.
Yeah, and they'll be on there for a while, and then I'll like have it near me, and I'll be falling asleep, and then they'll start talking, and then I'll be like,
That's
oh
when I'd
shit,
be
that's
like, all
right.
right, now I gotta cut you off.
So that's the only thing. Because like, when you go to sleep at night, do you use any sort of sounds to like sleep?
Like I said, the soundboy meditation sometimes does put me to sleep.
Okay.
The rain sounds on the
Yes.
apps I use.
Which apps do you use? I use Insight Timer. I love that app.
I'm a Lion Libra. I use Apple Music, and I just
Apple
type
Music.
it in.
Yeah.
I just type it in. It's not an app.
They have playlists. I have a few that I've like put on for stretch and sesh. Yeah. When it comes to like Insight Timer, there's a nice like they have like, these set like and then I just literally play it, and then when it's done it ends, because I don't like, the only thing with TikTok is like at the end of it they're like, all right everyone, we're gonna be, I'm like holy shit, like I just woke up all crazy. So wonderful. Okay, well you sound like you self-care a lot, which is beautiful.
I try. I ain't got time for.
Yeah.
After what I've been through, I just have to cut everything out.
I was gonna say, I'm like, you've been through a journey, so it sounds like it's needed, and it sounds like you take good care. Well, that's, I think, in a sense, have been also how you had your strength through your whole journey, because you did so much self-care. So
Just a lot of self-reflecting, just thinking, and I'm just like, it's a lot of stuff that I don't have to deal with.
Yeah.
Cancer was one of them, so I just treat everything else in life the same way.
shout out to you, girl. Okay. Well, then we got Medicate is the last one. I know we talked a lot about weed, but is there anything else that you actually dabble in? Do you ever try shrooms or anything like that?
I took like my first real trip this weekend.
Did you? This weekend? Tell us about it. I've never actually tripped. I'm too scared. I've done a lot of microdosing, but I've never tripped.
Me too. I done a lot of microdosing.
Yeah.
One of my coworkers, he
love
he
it.
hooking us up, but yeah.
So what did you do? So what? Yeah, settle.
I was chilling in the crib. Like,
Okay.
I didn't go nowhere. You know, they say get your snacks. Had my snacks. Had my food. Was just watching movies and stuff. But like, it kicked in fast.
Really?
I had like 3 squares of chocolate.
Okay.
And it was about like 1.5 grams.
I was gonna say, how many milligrams? Like, how many? It's tough because like, they do
told
say.
me how much was in each one. So
Okay.
I like people like that let me know.
You said 1.5 grams. Okay. I think that actually, that's what they told me too, to take like the amount of it, and I haven't done it yet. I'm scared.
It wasn't like smoking weed.
It's
I
different.
almost didn't like the trip. Microdosing is cool because I can feel like me being floaty and stuff, but that trip was a trip.
So how did it feel though? Like, what did you experience? Why didn't you said it felt uncomfortable maybe sometimes?
Maybe it was my first one, so maybe I just need to learn how to like navigate through it. But
How did it feel in your, like, did it make you see things? Did you like, were you looking in the room and seeing things change, or was it just how you felt in your head?
I think it was more so how I felt. How I was seeing things, I was really focused. I was watching movies and I was like really in tune with everything that was going on in the movie. Everything.
Okay.
And then as far as like outside, the grass, it was like everything was kind of bright.
Okay.
And then I had to go in the dark because I was like,
It was too bright.
it was too bright. And I'm a vampire. So I'm like, maybe if I get in the dark, it'll be better. And I did kind of.
Okay. So you were in the dark. You were by yourself. Because that's
was with
another
a friend.
thing. Oh, you were the friend?
I was with a friend.
Okay.
They did it too.
So that's what I was just gonna say, because I'm like, I was always told that you need some sort of person to go on this journey with you. So
Yeah.
and you need to kind of be in like a safe space. And so yeah, how did that go? Like with that person in the room, like did you guys like do well with the journey together?
Yeah, they was asking me like, how do I feel? Because they've done it before.
Okay.
So that's why I was like, okay, if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it with somebody that's
Exactly.
already done it. But yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
it was just.
Did they have a good reaction too, or
They did. They are more on the calm side.
Okay.
So I was looking
because they
like,
have very more experience, right?
They have more
Okay.
experience, but they're just calm in general.
Oh, okay.
So I'm like, are you good? They're like, yeah, I'm straight. I'm like, you had the same amount as me.
Yeah.
Like
You're like, I'm freaking out a little bit.
I'm over here low key trying to not, but I wasn't like freaking out.
I feel like what you're explaining is exactly how I think that it's gonna be in a sense, and like I don't know, like, because okay, so you've been like super high to the point where it's really uncomfortable, right? Yeah, I feel like we've all kind of had like one of those like maybe you took a whole brownie type situation or whatever, right? And it's like that feeling is not comfortable, right? Like you're just uncomfortable.
It wasn't as bad as that. Being
No.
too high.
Yeah, like what? How did that
That's
compare? Oh, okay.
I was just trying to understand what I was feeling, and I was high, but it wasn't like weed. It was. I can't really.
It's hard to explain.
it.
Yeah.
I know at one point I did feel a little nauseous.
Okay.
But it wasn't like horrible. It was just like, I feel like it was like a motion that I just had to go through.
Okay.
When I got up, I felt better when I was moving.
Okay. So moving around will help
A little bit.
Okay.
A little bit. And then I sat down. It was just weird.
Yeah.
I'm about to do it again.
Yeah.
So I can like explain it, write it down and some shit. I don't know.
I need to do the same. How long did that feel? Like how long was that experience for?
I want to say like 2.5 hours.
Okay.
And then I could tell when I was like coming off.
When you were coming down. Okay. Did you want to go? Did you go outside at all? Did you stay inside the house?
I think we went outside to smoke.
Okay.
It was already tripped out, so.
Yeah. Did it feel good being outside? Like I was
When
gonna
that
say with
sun
the
hit my face?
Oh, the sun. Okay, so the sun was still out.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Wait, was that the next day? No, I lied. It was raining all day. That was the next day. When
Oh, look at you! You done tripped and then tripped to the next day.
It was foggy and like not foggy, but just like cloudy.
Okay, overcast.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
But going outside in general, it felt good.
It felt
Just get
good.
some air.
Okay. Because I always imagine like, a really proper trip on shrooms is like really like it would feel really good to be out in nature. So that's kind of what I envision. Like I'd like to be.
Yeah.
My nightmare on like tripping shrooms would be like at a club
Yeah, I know.
or like going out to an event or something. Like I would die. Can you
Edibles
imagine?
and shrooms are like off limits being outside for me.
Oh, for real? Okay, so you don't do edibles out and about either?
If I'm somewhere, I know I'm gonna be comfortable.
Okay.
But if I'm like going out in hell, no, I gotta know how that's gonna affect me.
Yeah, because some edibles, you'll take and you're like, well, I've been a little bit more brave though, I will say. I've been, because when I teach now, I'll pop an edible now and I'll just be like, let's go. Because
And
I
that's
know.
different.
Yeah.
You in your comfort zone.
Oh, that's true. That's
Yeah.
true. I am definitely in my comfort zone.
Yeah,
So
I
yeah.
still have like anxiety sometimes.
Got you.
So I'll be like, nah.
Hell no. I'm gonna be safe in my room where I know where everything's at. There's some chips right there I can reach. All right. There's my pop right there. I can grab that.
That's
Smoke
it.
a little weed. Yeah. And it's funny because when it comes to the shroom trip, right? You said you had chocolates, right? I have some chocolates, but when it comes to like the difference between the actual like the mushroom itself and its like true form compared to like doing it and like, how do you feel about that? Have you ever done the actual like mushroom caps and all that stuff? Or?
Yes, and what my coworker does, he has like it powdered up.
Oh,
and
powdered.
Puts it in orange juice, and we just drink it.
Yo,
Yeah, that's
that's a
like-
smart idea.
Like a great way for me.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay. And then that'll be like a microdose for
That'll
you too.
be a microdose, and we, I just be like floaty,
Yeah.
just in a really good mood all day.
Yeah, it's funny because like, how would you explain the difference of the like high between cannabis and then like shrooms? It's like hard to explain, right? Because it is different, right? It's like a different
It's
feeling.
more like a floaty high.
Floaty high.
When you like cannabis high, like you feel that shit. Like I don't know,
It's okay, I will tell you this. When it comes to me and shrooms, because my dumb ass can't sit the fuck down and I sometimes have hard time like like chill, like not doing not working. Like when I'm home, I'm like, okay, let me go on the computer, let me go on this, okay, let me make this. Like I'm always trying to like, let me be productive at all times.
Yeah.
I feel like shrooms shuts that off for me. It's like one of the true only things that really will like be like, bitch, sit down.
Yeah.
Because you know what it does to me? It makes me sleepy.
Okay.
So I'll like fall asleep, which now to the point with cannabis, like I don't even think indicas or like CBN works for me anymore.
It's sativas for me.
Sativas make you sleepy?
Yes. That's the in the couch for me.
Really? Sativas?
They hit me hard.
And what does indica strain do to you?
I be more chill.
You just chill?
I don't
Okay.
feel heavy. I just feel
Do you feel that-
relaxed. Just literally relax.
Interesting. And hybrids, how do you feel?
I love them. Those are my preferred.
Oh, so you prefer hybrid over any of them?
The balance is good for
Okay.
me. Indicas at night always, because I just like how it makes me feel. Sativas, damn near got to be at night too, because this is just like a hard hit for me.
And it just knocks you out.
Knocks me out.
Wow. It's funny because last week we had Taylor, and you know Taylor, she knows Taylor from Miss Grass. She said that because she has ADHD, that the effects are opposite for her. So would you say that maybe the case for you? I don't know if you have ADHD. I'm not diagnosing or anything, but I'm like, by the way, you have ADHD? I feel like I do. I actually, my therapist has not told me yet, but I really feel she's about to be like, girl, we gotta have a talk.
I'm thinking I'm on the spectrum, but you know.
Same. Honestly, guys, there really needs to be more research. Okay. Because I really feel like a lot of us.
It ain't no shame in it either.
Ain't no shame.
I know something wrong.
Okay. Like, why do you think I smoke? Because I have to do all this shit. You got to. You got to. LeMonica, thank you so much. You have been so much fun to talk to.
Thank you.
I think she did an amazing job, guys. Didn't she do an amazing job? I know there's people out there, a lot of people too are going to look back at this and watch this over and be like, and listen to your story. Yeah. Listen to your breast cancer journey and really be like, wow. I didn't know this about breast cancer, or I did know this, but I didn't know how invasive or how descriptive some of the nails things, guys. The nails things totally got your girl. I had no idea that was a thing,
And I still have like a foggy brain. Chemo brain is a thing. It's so much. But.
Chemo brain, yeah. Wow.
Yeah, ask me questions. So if you ever see me, like, please don't be scared to ask. Like, I've been through it. I would love to educate whoever wants to know something. So yeah.
So yeah, she's an open. So yeah, so how can everyone follow you or find you? Like, yeah.
Instagram, it's _MONIEMO_MoneyMo. I'm on LinkedIn. Follow 93 Boyz with a Z. Follow Aeriz USA. And yeah, I'm around.
Yay. Yes, and if you're in the Chicagoland area, because that's where we're at, if you see LeMonica at an event or something, say hi and thank her for sharing her journey. It's really special.
Speak to me. I might have something for you.
Okay. She's the plug. She's a plug.
Okay.
She's the plug. Well, thank you again. I am so grateful for your friendship and just, for our collaborations together. And you're just a beautiful person, my Libra queen. Yes. And guys, we are so happy. And if you guys have not already followed us on Instagram, Kimbology Podcast, Kimbo_ish. TikTok is popping. I'm live right now. Okay. Guys, I have 2 TikToks. I have a Kimbology poll one, and then I have Kimbology Podcast. So what I'm trying to do is keep them separate, but right now I don't have enough followers on TikTok podcast to go live on my podcast yet. So find me on my link tree that's in my bio on Instagram, and you can find me on all the things. And we'll see you guys next week for another episode. Thank you again, LeMonica.
Thanks for having me.
Bye, guys. Bye. We are done. Good job.
Thanks, sugar.
You did a good job.
Appreciate you.
Rick Dog's gonna come in here and do his thing. Yes.
Rick Dog Network.
You are now listening to Kimbology.
Kimbo, aka the traveling chafing queen.
Sexy sustainability.
Meditate, masturbate, medicate.
You are now listening to Kimbology.
Kimbo, aka the traveling chafing queen.
Sexy sustainability.
Meditate, masturbate,